Welcome back. So before I show you how I reshape my brows, I want to show you the evolution of my brows. They weren't too bad, you know. Oh, what am I kidding? They were horrible. And why didn't you guys tell me? Oh, we're supposed to be friends, okay? We gotta hook each other up. So next time, let me know. So I didn't like my eyebrows because they were not symmetrical. They were very thin and they had like some crazy shape. I don't know what was going on. And I didn't really notice until this day. That's when I decided to fake it until I make it. If you look closely at the photo on the right, I overfilled my brows to hide the growth, and I kept doing this until they reached the shape and thickness I wanted. This is from a month later and it looks fully grown, but no, this is still faking it. The left brow looked really good by this time, but my right one was giving me lots of trouble, as you can tell from this picture. It wasn't keeping up with the left brow, and a month after that, it started looking more symmetrical, and now I finally made it, and I love it. I hope you guys find this video helpful to get your eyebrows on fleek. Let's get started. So I took one for the team and let my brows grow out a little bit so I can show you how I groomed them, but I usually don't let them get like this. I pluck it right away if I see a hair growing so I can maintain them clean and so I don't lose my shape. To find your complementary shape, place a straight edge at the tip of your nose and the beginning of your nostril. This is where your eyebrow should start. Keeping the straight edge in the same point of your nose, move the end of it so that it's directly over the pupil of your eye. This is where the arch should be. Then move the end again so it's lined up with the tip of your eye, and this is where your brow should end. You can actually mark these areas with a concealer pencil before you begin removing hair so that you don't mess up. I always begin removing the hairs farthest away from my brows that I know I'm not going to be letting grow out. And let's pretend that my eyebrows don't have this shape because I'm going to show you how I let them grow into this shape. Start out by tracing where you want your eyebrows to be with a concealer pencil. Make sure it is nice and sharpened. Then I like to smooth it out a little bit so that I can see the hairs underneath it. When I started to fake it, the tracing was obviously not right along my eyebrows like it is now. My eyebrows are already grown out, but I had a space free of hair between the concealer and my eyebrows. I hope that makes sense. And I would fill in that hair-free area with my brow pencil and then stay away from there. I only pluck from the traced concealer downward, okay? So everything under the concealer, pluck it, and everything above it, let it grow. I personally love plucking my own eyebrows because I used to get them done and girl, they would end up half the size they are now. I know, scary. When my mom first saw me, she almost went into shock. Like seriously, she used to call me McDonald's eyebrows. But anyways, plucking is better because it takes the roots out, so it takes longer for the hairs to grow back. Once you're done plucking, you can remove the concealer, and I never pluck the top of my eyebrows, especially because I have these weird indentations, and so I don't like to mess with it. This is naturally the shape of them on the top. I just kind of work with it, and of course remove any unibrow that you might have, but stay within the parameters. And I had already lightened my brows with this cream bleach that I leave on for only 2 minutes. My eyebrows are naturally super black, so I like to lighten them. So now we are ready to trim. With a spoolie, comb the hair straight up and cut only what is sticking above the shape. And be very careful because you can easily mess this up. Make sure that the scissors are facing the center of your face so that you can see what you're cutting. And I think these scissors are for like cuticles, but they are small and perfect for the brows. I only cut a little tiny bit at the arch because I still want the hairs to be long enough for me to hide and disguise those indentations that I had talked about earlier. So yeah, just trim a tiny little bit. And the brows are now groomed and ready to get filled in. I always begin at the bottom and I perfect the edges first, bottom and top, and then I'll fill it in. And I'm using a very light hand and creating short strokes so that it looks natural. And when I'm working on the bottom, I comb the hairs up so I can see better. And when I reach the arch and the tip of the brows, I press a little harder so it can be darker in that area. Now I'm combing downward so I can see the top edge. And I don't begin right at the start of my eyebrow. I kind of go like 1/4 in because I fill in that area differently. So I just follow the shape of my brows, and when I get to the arch, I connect it straight down to the tip and then fill that indentation, and again I press harder in that area. So now I'm gonna lightly fill in the rest of the brow, and this is just to fill in any sparse areas that I have, and I still want it to stay looking really natural, so I only do it a little tiny bit. Then I go in with the other side of the pencil with this little spoolie. Oh, by the way, this is the NYX Micro Pencil in the color Ash Brown, and it matches the Anastasia Brow pencil in the color Dark Brown. So now for the beginning of my brows, I I kind of hold the pencil on the side and then do upward motions, short strokes again, and this is going to mimic the appearance of little hairs, and it's going to look really natural. Then you want to blend everything out with the spoolie, and I go over it really lightly, and I also go over really lightly at the arch where I filled in the indentation, because since it doesn't have hair there and it's all pencil, I go over it very, very lightly so that I don't remove any color. And if you feel like the beginning of the brow is still too dark for you, I kind of press it with my finger and it lifts up some color and makes it look lighter. Now I go in with the concealer, that same pencil that I used before, and I apply it only underneath my brow, and then I smooth it out with this little e.l.f. concealer brush. And this is gonna make the eyebrows appear cleaner, and I don't bring it in all the way to the beginning of the brow because I feel like that doesn't look natural, and it kind of, I don't know, I don't really like the appearance of it. I used to do it, and then, you know, I never really liked how it looked. But anyway, so then after I'm done smoothing it out, then I just kind of press on it with my finger to blend it out even more. And this is going to give you kind of like a little instant brow lift. So that's the completed brow compared to the other one that has not been touched. And I'm just going to fast forward me doing the other eyebrow, and I'm just going to talk to you guys. So I just wanted to tell you that I suggest you don't shave your eyebrows because it's really hard to shape it when you're shaving, and also it doesn't take out the roots, and so it's going to grow back really fast. So I suggest tweezing or waxing or maybe even threading. I'm used to plucking it myself, so it doesn't even hurt me that much. You know, your skin kind of builds tolerance. So it doesn't hurt me. I've been doing it for so many years now. So I hope you guys understand what I mean by faking it until I make it. It's actually really a good technique. It does take some time. It took me about 2.5 to 3 months to fully grow them out because I did it gradually so that I don't look cray cray. But it's actually a good technique. I hope you guys try it out, and I hope you guys found this video helpful. And this is the finished brow look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel, thumbs up, and check out this before and after. Yeah, girl. Bye.